Hello everyone, I represent All Abams Creations and today I want to show us how to draft an hip-line blouse with that. And of course we need some equipment, very few equipments. I have my long ruler, I have my curves, I have my pattern master, I have my measurement book. I may not be using all of them. Then we have our markers, we have our pencil, we have our biro, and we have our paper scissors too. I'm going to be folding in the zip around. We're going to be labeling the various lines. This is our top line. This is our chest line. I'll put CL. This is our bust line. This is our waistline and our hip line, which doubles as our blouse length. The measurements we'll be needing is our shoulder to bust circumference, shoulder to waist, our waist circumference, shoulder to hip circumference, and of course we need our blouse length. Our shoulder measurement is 16. 16 divided by 2 will give us 8. And I will come down to the chest line and indicate the same 8 inches on the chest line. I will connect the point with a straight line. On that shoulder line, I'm going to be imputing the neck width. The standard neck width is 3 inches. You can increase it or reduce it. So for this draft, I'll be making use of the standard neck width, which is 3 inches by 3 inches for front. I'll be squaring a line in it. This is my neck. With the aid of my armhole curve, I'll make a curve. On the shoulder line, I'll come down by 1 inch. That's for the shoulder slope. From the neck width, I will join to that shoulder slope with a straight line. I will then measure the distance from the shoulder slope to my chest line length, which is 8 inches. I'll divide it into 2 to give me 4. I'll be coming in by ½ inch or 3/4 inch. So let me go with 3/4 inch. To draw the front armhole, I will connect this point to this point to this point. On the chest line, I'm going to be marking 1/4 of the bust. My bust is 41 inch. 41 divided by 4 will give me 10 1/4. I will add 1/4 inch for ease. So I'm going to be marking 10.5 on my chest line. I will mark the same 10.5 on my bust line. My waist is 39. 39 divided by 4 give me 9.75. So on my waistline, I'll be marking 9.75. 9.75 plus 1 inch, that's 10.75. My blouse hip is 46. 46 divided by 4 will give me 11.5. So on my hip line, I'll be marking 11.5. From the chest line to my waistline, I will join it. With a straight line. I will use my hip curve to connect from the waistline to my hip line. So for now, you can see that the shape is somehow funny. There is no much difference between the bust and waistline because of that, but by the time we finish sewing it, the shape will actually come out. So I'll place my armhole cuff. I'm using my pattern master in this case. You can use your armhole cuff, you can use your free hand. That is the front armhole. For the back armhole, I will not be coming in. I'll just come from the shoulder tip to this midpoint and to where the bust measurement ends. That is the back armhole. The next thing to do here is to input our dart. On the waistline, I will measure my bust pan. I think I mentioned that when we were taking the measurement. So my bust pan in this case is 4 inches. So from the center front, I will measure my bust pan, which is 4 inches. I'll measure it on the bust line as well and on the hip line. I'll connect the points with a straight line. From the bust line, I'll come down by 1 inch. The dart for the front starts 1 inch below the bust line. And on the hip line, I'll go up by 2 inches or 2.5 inches. So on the waistline, I'll measure 1/2 inch on both sides. Some people measure 3/4, but I actually left an allowance of 1 inch, so 1/2 inch on both sides. And I'll connect from this dart intake. So I'll connect with a straight line here to the hip line. Let me add maybe 1 inch seam allowance or 1.5. It all depends on you. At the end of the blouse, I will add 1 inch or 1.5 inch. Then on the shoulder line, I will add 1/2 inch seam allowance. The depth for the back neck is 1 inch, while the width is 3 inches. Then before I remove it, I will transfer the lines. So this is our back bodice. That's our back hip line blouse. The back dart is slightly different from the front dart. Just like we did for when we were imputing the front dart, we impute our bust pan, which is 4 inches in my own case. Yours might be more or less. You know, when I was inputting the dart, I stopped on the bust line, but in this case, because I'll be going up a bit, I'll take it all through to the chest line. On the hip line, I'll go up by 2 inches. On the bust line, I'll go up by 1 inch. On the waistline, I will have that intake of 1/2 inch on both sides. I'll connect the point. That is the dart for our back hip line blouse. The only thing we are left with here is to eliminate the bump at the waist, and I'm going to show us in another video. I'm going to be showing us how to eliminate the bump, that's the zip bulge, and we are going to be adding bust dart to our pattern. So our front armhole is slightly deeper than our back armhole. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel.